How you doing, Fran? Just
Hi, Alison.
obviously
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
good. Good. Thanks. Surviving. Obviously you started with a win last week too. Had to come from behind, but got the win. But just how important now are these games in a dual context? One, obviously, to progress within the cup tournament, but also to prepare you for the standard that you'll go into in the European games.
Yeah, it's very important because this is our 6 weeks since we start pre-season. So although it's season, but yeah, that's the first competitive games. We didn't want to go to Levante being our first competitive game of the season. Although we pick friendlies against tough opponents to try to prepare ourselves better, but always there is this plus that you get in competition that you cannot get in a friendly. So yeah, it's very important, and for us. We need to not only try to win every game that we play, but we need to play well. I think we started a little bit nervous last Sunday. We have the goal against, and I love the way that we saw last year, the mental strength of coming back, of not panic, of try to be more clever in the game, try to manipulate better the ball, and I was at the end. I was quite pleased, especially from the second half. Then in midweek we play Liverpool because we wanted the team to be exposed to more defending. They have strengthened their team a lot. And it was a very good game, especially the second half. Again, our defending shape and our pressing was very good. So yeah, and now we will test again ourselves against Hearts. Obviously they got this 3-0 defeat, but actually they won the game. So they got a Spanish coach. They play in a different way now. They try to play through the third. So again, it's going to be a good test for our pressing, and so it's both things. Obviously, we want to win because we want to get as far as possible in the cup. Beating Hearts means we are already qualified, and that's something that we would love to achieve. And then obviously it's our last competitive game before Levante, so we know the level of intensity and the organization and the concentration have to be as perfect as possible. So yeah, we are today we prepare, tomorrow we will prepare a little bit more, and then hopefully we got what we want from the game. But yeah, very important.
As a squad, you're obviously quite inexperienced when it comes to the demands of both tournaments and juggling the European thing with domestic commitments. Is it important just to get that message through to the players that they're not distracted by what's on the horizon?
Yeah, it's exactly what you say. It's very important, especially if you think about the team we are going to face. They play Barcelona, the champions of Europe, probably, in my opinion, the best team in the world right now. They played them twice. One, the result was very, very close, and they play Real Madrid, they play Atletico de Madrid. So they are used to play top sides in Europe, not only top sides in Spain, but they are also top sides in Europe. For us, we... The two best sides we play, obviously with the respect of the others, but Rangers and City are, but that's not the same type of challenge that you get when you play Real Madrid. So they are, although we are both in experience in Europe, Levante and us, but they are so much more experienced in terms of these high profile games that they are used to play. So obviously we got this inexperience, so we have to be twice as focused as they are, and we have to do things twice as well as they do to be able to have a chance. And that start for working with these concentration levels and these intensity levels on Sunday. But yeah, hopefully like that we can make up the inexperience we have.
Do you have a headache in terms of team selection? Do you have a decision to make about whether you rest players given the demands of the week?
Is to find a balance. Some players really need minutes because they haven't had enough minutes. Some of them just come from the Olympic Games, so they haven't trained with the team. So it's to find a balance. Some of them, they have too many minutes, so we will rest them because otherwise they wouldn't be fresh for Levante. So it's just, it's try to give every player what they need to make sure when just before the Levante game, everyone is at the best of their possibilities, depending on how long they've trained, how long they play. But yeah, it's always headache. That's the headache we got. But I am lucky that the headache is that, this girl deserves to play, but this also deserves to play. It's not like, we have to play her because she doesn't deserve it. Everyone has been working very good and very hard. And, they are making it difficult for me because they are all, when I give them the chance, they all perform, and they perform to a very high level. So, and that's a game that everyone wants to play. So yeah, some of the girls would be disappointed not to be in the starting 11. Some of them would be disappointed not to be in the squad because unfortunately we cannot take everyone. But I know whoever we pick, they are gonna give the very best.
And just to round off, where would this tournament sit? Where would the cup competition sit in your list of priorities this season?
For me, the next game. So right now, the most important game is the Hearts game. It's all our focus. Obviously, I know it's exciting about the Champions League, but we cannot just let the Champions League take our focus from the next game. First, because it's disrespectful, and second, because being at our very best the next game is the best preparation that you can have for future games. But obviously, we cannot deny that that's probably the most important game in the history of Celtic women. We never played there. It's going to be the first time, and everyone who loves Celtic is going to be there watching and supporting us. So we owe it to ourselves, but we owe it to our fans. We want them to feel proud. So for that reason, I will say, if I can pick one game that I really, really want to win over the others, that would be, that game against Levante. Also because I know how very, very difficult it is. So yeah, for me personally, maybe every player would be different, but for me personally, that would be, the biggest dream. One game, that would be that game.